What is 3.7 times 100? 48.5 divided by 10, 82.16 times 1000. If you are still long multiplying or dividing or doing these big multiplications, then stop. There is an easy way, an easy trick in which you can add or multiply by powers of 10. What do I mean by powers of 10? By powers of 10, I mean 10, 100, 1000, 10,000. 10 can also be written as 10 to the power of 1. 100 can be written as 10 square. 1000 can be written as 10 cube. And 10,000 can be written as 10 to the power 4, and so on. These are the powers of 10. So when multiplying or dividing by powers of 10, we follow a easy trick called MRDL. Let's learn that. When we will be multiplying or dividing by powers of 10, we will not actually do the multiplication, but we will simply shift the decimal point. How? With the help of this little trick known as MRDL, which means if I am multiplying, M stands for multiplication. If I am multiplying, my decimal will shift towards the right depending upon the powers of 10 or the number of zeros. So if I have two zeros, which means 100 or a 10 square, then I will shift my decimal points two digits towards the right. Similarly, if I am dividing my decimal numbers with the powers of 10, then in division, my decimal point shifts towards the left again depending upon by the powers of 10. Let's say I'm dividing by 10, then my decimal will shift 1 point towards the left. A quick recap. If I'm multiplying, the decimal point will move towards the right depending upon the powers of 10. If I'm dividing, the decimal point will move towards the left again depending upon the powers of 10. Let's understand this by an example. If I have a number 3.82 and I'm multiplying this by 10, now multiplication, the decimal is shifting towards the right. How many points it will shift? It will shift 1 point because I have 1 0 here. So the answer here would be, my decimal shifts 1 point towards the right. Answer would be 38.2. Similarly, if I'm dividing the same number 3.82, if I divide the same number by 10, now division, the decimal point moves towards the left. How many points? 1 point because I have 1 0 here. So if my decimal point moves 1 point towards the left, my answer would be 0.382. Let's do some more examples. Example number 1. But before that, don't forget multiplication, the decimal will move towards the right. Division, the decimal will move towards the left. Let's say I have 3.56 multiplied by 100. Now I have two zeros here. So my decimal point will move 2 points towards the right. I will shift the decimal digit 2 point towards the right. Answer would be 356. Now if I divide the same number 3.56 divided by let's say 100, now I just have one digit towards my left, but I have to make two jumps towards the left. So whenever I'm out of the digits left or right, I will add a 0. So when I have to jump towards right, this is one jump, but I have to make two jumps. So I put a 0 and this is the second jump. So my answer would be 0.0356. Example number 2. Let's say I have a number 97.2 and I have to multiply this by 1000. Now multiplication, the decimal moves towards the right. I just have one digit after the decimal towards the right. What will I do? I will add zeros whenever I'm out of the digits towards the right or towards the left. So I have to make three jumps towards the right. So I make the first jump. I'm out of the digits. I'll put a zero, make one more jump, add one more zero, and make the third jump. So one jump, second jump, third jump. My answer would be 97200 or 9000 or 97,200. Let's say I have to divide the same number by 1,000, then division, my decimal point will move towards the left. So one jump, two jump, and a third jump, because I have three zeros, because I have three zeros here. So whenever I'm out of the digits, I'll put a zero and my answer would be 0.097. My answer would be 0.0972. Let's revise multiplication by powers of 10 once. What are powers of 10? 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, and so on. When I multiply by any powers of 10, my decimal will shift towards the right. When I divide by any powers of 10, my decimal will shift towards the left. The number of decimal places I will shift my decimal depends upon the number of zeros or the power of 10 I am multiplying by. Now these are the questions I want you to solve. Write your answers in the comment. Like and subscribe my channel. Wish you the best. Happy learning.